this is Robert Redfern, reallyhealthyfoods.com. I'm in the kitchen today, but I'm not talking about food and I'm not talking about recipes. I'm talking about one of the basics of all human life and human health. That's salt. We can't live without salt. Salt is essential. It's essential for many things in our body. But wait a minute. The doctor keeps telling you not to eat too much salt. The media tells you to cut down on salt. In fact, even the food organisations say we're campaigning for the reduction of salt in food. Wait a minute, how can this be? Robert's telling you to take extra salt because it's good for you. I tell you to take 5 to 10 teaspoons of salt a day, and all these people are telling you not to take salt. Well, here's the confusion and here's the clarification. They are talking about junk salt. Junk salt is called table salt. And this is the salt that's put in processed food that you buy. You shouldn't really be buying processed food because all processed food is junk. And this salt is making it extra junk. Now, the cheek of this one, they're calling it gourmet salt. And I'm calling it junk salt. And they call it gourmet salt because I've no idea why. Because the word gourmet means a lover of good food and drink. And certainly that's not good, and it doesn't make food good. So that's what they mean. They're just not being clear about it. Why don't they say it specifically? Why don't they just say junk salt and say, but real salt is good for you? I have no idea. I just have no idea. I just despair of the media and the food industry and the doctors being so flippant with their words and saying, failing to clarify what they mean. But let me help you anyway. There are good salts. This is a dollar bag of salt. This is a $2 carton of salt. This is a $5 gourmet salt. Is it any better than that one? No. It tastes slightly better, my wife says, because it comes in a specific type of flake. So when it's on the food, it just gives it a little crunchy, salty taste. But is it any better? No. What's in it? Well, that's the important thing, because this junk salt, 100 years ago, because it's only got one type of salt in there, sodium chloride, whereas this one has 65 types of minerals in it, they actually added a mineral called iodine. But this mineral wasn't proper food state iodine, if you like, that you'll find in seafood. The iodine in that was taken from the ground, and it's a metallic iodine, and it's not very good for you. In fact, it's slightly toxic. But they did it because they knew people were becoming deficient. The land was very deficient in iodine, and iodine is a very, very important mineral for our body. So they added it to there, and maybe it's made a little bit of difference, but it's not made the difference it needs to, because people are still suffering from thyroid problems and other problems. Is iodine in this salt? Is it in this salt? Is it in that salt? The answer is no, generally. It may be in the one you're buying because it's in this one. This comes from a little island off the coast of Mallorca. And this has got a rich level of iodine in it. Why would you sell salt in a liquid? Well, it's actually a very good way to sell it. I actually have this, and if ever I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts, need a little bit of energy, instead of reaching for a sugar muffin or whatever, I just take a little bit of salt under the tongue, round the mouth, and very, very quickly you get an energy boost. Because that's what you're really craving when you're, if you like, got what's called a sugar low. When you're feeling lacking energy and you need something, that's what you need, salt. And that's a particularly good salt, actually. Very expensive salt, I have to say. So what do we do to supplement the iodine that's in there? But we don't want the metallic one. We want a natural organic one. In other words, an iodine in the same state as it's in the food. Now, of course, you can get iodine by eating seaweed in your diet. You can eat lots of seafood in the diet. But it's not always possible, that. So there is a way of supplementing it, and that's called nascent iodine, and that's just a couple of drops a day or a few drops a day, and that will keep all your iodine, keep your thyroid nice and healthy, and keep the rest of the metabolism that's connected with that working fine. If you want to go for something like this, you know, these are available, but you have to search them out. Go on the internet. If you've got a favourite salt, whatever the brand, go on the internet and look at the analysis of the ingredients there. Look whether it's got iodine in it. Look at the percentage of sodium, magnesium, other things like that. If it's not there, email the company and ask them for it, for an analysis, because salt is essential. Anybody worth their salt knows that. For thousands of years, I mean, truly thousands of years, salt has been the mainstay of man. Very, very soon people realized that the minerals were becoming deficient in the soil, and to supplement the minerals in the soil, it's very difficult to put it into the soil, so the easiest way is a spoonful of minerals in your mouth every day, or on your food, or in a glass of water. In the summertime, when I'm hot and sticky working out in the fields, you know, big energy low, I just come in, a big glass of water, a big teaspoonful of salt in the water. Straight away the energy levels come back and the fatigue goes. It's just amazing. But salt in your food, real salt in your food, real salt in your food, no salt, no junk salt in your food whatsoever. Just keep it out of your life completely. This is what, and if you've got heart problems or anything else where the doctor's saying it, the doctor's wrong. You must have 5 to 10, depending on your body mass, 5 to 10 teaspoons of salt a day. And of course you've got to drink 8 glasses of water to balance it, because it's not just salt, it's a water-salt balance that you need to get correct actually. It also depends on the temperature. If you're sweating a lot, then you need, anybody that's been in the desert knows this, you've always got to have extra salt, but that's real salt. That's it. If you've got any questions, you know you can email us on the website about this, but please get it right. Salt is part of good health, and that's what we're about. Thank you. Robert Redfern signing off, reallyhealthyfoods.com. Thank you.